Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are Southwest.
One thing you can take away from the first two games of this series with the Royals is that your Rangers bats are back. They've scored 14 runs and hit 4 home runs since they've been home, and they're looking for more tonight against the American League champs. From Globe Life Park in Arlington, the Rangers and the Kansas City Royals meet next on Fox Sports Southwest. Texas Rangers baseball is presented by AT&T Uverse TV. Well, the clouds remain over Globe Life Park, but the threat of rain is apparently gone for the evening. We will have baseball here tonight as your Texas Rangers get set to host the Kansas City Royals. And welcome in, everyone, along with Tom Graves, Steve Busby. Glad you could join us for this Wednesday night of Rangers baseball. Rangers trying to get back on the winning side of things tonight. Interesting contrast in the starting pitchers tonight, Tom. You have the young, inexperienced Yordano Ventura and the experienced Yovani Gallardo.
Yeah, and I think, Buzz, if you look at the seasons they're having, the first thing you would say about Yovani Gallardo is that with a little more defense and a few extra hits here and there, his record might be reversed and his ERA might be a few points lower. He's actually pitched better than his record. He's the kind of guy that goes out there and gives you 6 or 7 innings and pitches a solid ball game. Yordano Ventura went 14-10 last year for Kansas City. He was one of the key members of their World Series team. He's off to a little bit of a slow start this year, but he's pitched very well against the Rangers. He's got one of those arms where he's got the mid-90s fastball, other pitches to go along with it. You hope you catch him on a day when he doesn't have his best stuff or his best command.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a contrast in not only the experience factor, but also in the kind of stuff that they take to the mound. And they'll pitch differently, but they both can be extremely effective. So game 3 of this 4-game set coming up. Prince Fielder and company trying to get a W as they take on the Royals. We'll be back with the starting lineup for the first pitch right after this. Southwest is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. The EcoBoost Challenge is on at your Texas Ford dealer. Get to your best in Texas Ford dealer today. By AT&T UVerse TV. UVerse has more live TV channels on the go than cable. And by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. A cloudy but comfortable evening. A light breeze drifting in from right field. Rangers and Royals getting set to match up here tonight. They got them dancing in the aisles at Globe Life Park. Let's head down and check in with Emily Jones. Em?
Well, Buzz, as you and Tom talked about at the top, a couple of bad breaks here and there for Yovani Gallardo have translated into a record and an ERA that probably he's not too happy about. However, something that hasn't disappointed thus far is pitching back at home.
Like I've always said, it's definitely a dream come true to achieve that. And, just having the family come out and watch me pitch and watching the team overall throughout the year, it's definitely exciting.
And I asked Giovanni if it was at all a distraction to be pitching at home with so many family members and friends, always in attendance, maybe pulling him in different directions. And he said, no, not at all. This is the best place to be surrounded by people who have supported him all of his life. And he gets excited every time he gets to start here at home. So hopefully he'll have some better results and get some better run support behind him, guys.
All right, Emily, thank you. Yeah, it's very definitely a family affair for Yovani Gallardo. Growing up here in Fort Worth. Now we'll take a look at the Amica starting lineup that Yovani Gallardo will face tonight, Tom.
Pretty much a set lineup for Kansas City. We'll see most of the same guys again. Alcides Escobar, the shortstop, leads off, followed by the third baseman Mike Moustakas. Lorenzo Cain in center field hits third. Eric Hosmer is fourth. Kendrys Morales is the DH, and he bats fifth. Alex Gordon will play left field, batting sixth. Salvador Perez is seventh. Omar Infante at second base bats eighth. And tonight in right field is Paulo Orlando.
And they will be facing the 29-year-old right-hander from Fort Worth, and that is Yovani Gallardo. Let the numbers deceive you. Gallardo has been very consistent this year. He does need some runs scored for it. No runs in the last couple of games, and he needs to continue also to challenge the hitters and to keep them off balance. He relies on a combination of guile and execution. Yovani Gallardo, when he has those two things going, he can be as tough as anybody in the American League. And very quickly, we'll take a look at the Ranger defense tonight. It's delivered to you by DeMontron RV. Now, one large change for the Rangers tonight. Mitch Moreland back in the lineup. He is at first. Tommy Field at second. Elvis Andrus the shortstop. Adrian Beltre at third. Outfield has Carlos Peguero in left. Delino DeShields in center, and Shin-Soo Choo is in right field. Robinson Chirinos is catching. There's Mitch. Nice to see him back after a quick bout with elbow surgery. Only kept him out about 18 days. And first ball swinging. Alcides Escobar hits a towering pop foul that Adrian Beltre camps under. One pitch and one away.
Now, sometimes Escobar will force himself to take a pitch, but his instincts say swing at the first thing he sees. That's what he likes to do. He's a pretty good hitter. He's a 300 hitter, so he has success doing it that way.
Yovani wants a different baseball to work with, to Mike Moustakas. 67 degrees the temperature at first pitch. Kind of a humid evening. The rain abated about 5:30 or so here at the ballpark. Had a lot of heavy downpours this afternoon. Hope wherever you all are, you're safe and dry and comfortable watching the Rangers take on the Royals. Moustakas, a home run last night. He now has hit 4 home runs, 11 RBI, hitting at .322. 2 balls and no strikes. Yovani Gallardo has only faced the Royals one time, and that was 8 years ago. So he's not going to have a whole lot of guys holding over that he faced back then. Matter of fact, none. That was when, of course, Yovani was in his third year with second year with Milwaukee. He ended up throwing 7 innings against the Royals on that occasion. Got no decision. Got Moustakas on the fist, and Moustakas fouls it back. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Royals come in having won last night. They are still in first place in the American League Central. They are a game on top of the Tigers. Royals at 21-12. Ned Yost's team at 10-7 on the road this year. Great offensive numbers for Kansas City, the first in both on-base percentage and batting average. Call strike 3. Gallardo tying up Mike Moustakas like the legs of a Thanksgiving turkey.
Moustakas must have thought that pitch was inside. It looked like it caught the inside part of the plate. Let's see if we can tell. Watch the catcher's glove. Borderline pitch. If I'm Moustakas, I might have thought that pitch was a little inside. If you're the umpire, Ted Barrett, it's within whatever, an inch or an inch and a half. Tough to tell the difference. That's close enough to get rung up on, especially with 2 strikes. He definitely hit the catcher's glove.
Yep.
If that's a ball, then it's a ball because the catcher's glove wasn't in the strike zone.
That's right. No, 2 gone very quickly. Lorenzo Cain takes ball 1. Cain a .314 average. He shoots one deep down the right field line. It is slicing into the corner and foul off the railing of the seats down there. Boy, look from our angle when that thing ricocheted that it might have been off the foul pole. We kind of lose sight of the warning track about the last 20 feet into that corner. All you could see was the ricochet and Shin-Soo Choo going after it. Fortunately, it was shy of the foul pole. No, it's a long strike 1. Cain, 3 home runs, 14 driven in this year. Beltre, nice belt high hop. On to first and a very quick and tidy 9-pitch first inning for Giovanni Gallardo. Royals gone in order. We played a half inning. The Royals nothing. Rangers coming up. The Royals down in order. Now here's Tom with the Southwest Airlines Texas Rangers lineup.
Shin-Soo Choo will lead off again in right field, followed by Elvis Andrus and Prince Fielder, who's the DH tonight. Adrian Beltre bats 4th and 3rd. Mitch Moreland is back at first base. He'll bat 5th. Carlos Peguero is the left fielder. Robinson Chirinos catching, batting 7th. Tommy Field gets the start again at second base. He'll bat 8th. And again in center field, Delano DeShields batting 9th.
And Yordano Ventura, the 23-year-old right-hander, a 2-2 record this year. An overpowering fastball that sometimes will approach the century mark. And when he has command of that, that makes that curveball of his even more devastating. He has a hammer that he puts down on people, and just nothing you can do with it. Chu is swinging a miss. Got to make sure he's going to throw strikes, though. He can be a little bit erratic, and the Ranger hitters need to find out early if he's going to have one of those nights where command is an issue. Fastball on the inside corner, 97 miles an hour of easy heat. 1-2 to Chu. Longest active hitting streak in the American League, a 12-gamer. That is straight back and out of play. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Shin-Soo in that 12-game hitting streak has gone from 0.96 with his average up to 214, excuse me. It's a lot of work in a short amount of time. Takes that pitch just off the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chu last night hit his 15th career leadoff home run. Got the Rangers off on the right foot. That ball's hammered. Make that number 60. Goodbye.
Well, we mentioned this last night, was right now Shin-Soo is handling the ball in the middle of the plate in with a quick bat, and he's making some serious contact right now. That was a mid-90s fastball, but he'd seen several of them in that at bat. He swung and missed at one. He took one. He fouled one off, and after the third or fourth, then he launched one. Got one right near the middle of the plate, maybe a little bit on the inside half of the plate. Let's look. And it comes back right over the middle of the plate, it looked like, and there it goes. No doubt about that one.
Wow. Well, back-to-back nights. Shin-Soo had one on a tee for him. Right there, the good part of the bat. Goodness.
That's kind of almost the same pitch that Edison Volquez threw yesterday. The pitch that came back over the middle of the plate. I think he hit this one today a little bit farther.
No, just like last night, Rangers out to an early lead thanks to Shin-Soo Choo and his 5th home run, his team leading 5th home run. Elvis Andrus up there, a 1-ball, 2-strike count. There's that curveball that Elvis able to lay off of. Now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Elvis at 233 with the average, a home run and 8 driven in. 2 for 5 in his career against Ventura. Mentioned the young right-hander, 2-0 last year against the Rangers. The only 2 meetings that he has faced them. Three and 2 to Elvis. Ventura with a payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4. Good at bat by Elvis Andrus. 1 on, still nobody out. Prince Fielder coming up. And we'll take a look at the Royals defense, brought to you by Steel tonight. Outfield of Gordon, Kane, and Orlando. Paulo Orlando is in right field tonight. Hosmer at first, Infante and Escobar up the middle. Moustakas at third. And Salvador Perez is catching for the young right-hander Yordano Ventura. So a home run, a walk. Here's the Ranger DH, Prince Fielder. He takes ball 1. Fielder had a couple of RBI last night. Now he's up to 17, hitting at .333. 1-1.
Adrian Beltre can pick it in the on-deck circle. That's what I don't think I've ever seen before. On-deck batter makes a leaping catch and then throws it over the screen behind home plate to a fan. That's pretty good.
Here's a base hit to right field. Elvis around second, will motor into third. And the Rangers have it going early here. Runners at the corners, nobody out, and Beltre coming up.
Well, Ventura threw the fastball tailing right to the middle of the plate for Shin-Soo Choo's home run. That time he hung a curveball to Prince Fielder, and he's lucky it's only a single. That pitch had a real good chance of getting launched into the upper deck. Just got on top of it a little bit, hit it on a line into right field. That pitch is not going to get Prince out very often.
The home run, walk, single. Adrian Beltre now trying to increase the damage the Rangers have done. Take strike 1. Adrian hitting at an even .250. And he has had good success against Ventura. 3 for 6 in the 2 matchups last year. 0-1 pitch. Chopper to the hole is through for a base hit. Elvis scores, Fielder to second, Beltre the RBI, and the Rangers have jumped out in front 2-0.
Those balls are starting to find holes for Adrian now. In April, that same ball would have been turned into a double play probably. In May, they're rolling through to the outfield for base hits. Tailing fastball, inside part of the plate. Going to score a run one way or the other. But instead of a force out and maybe a double play, it goes into left field.
And Dave Island, the Kansas City pitching coach, out to talk to Ventura very quickly. Another look from our roaming RF camera down the left field line. Gets you a different shot of Adrian's base hit. So Beltre now with 12 runs driven in. Rangers have had their first 4 men reach base. 2 of them have scored here in the first inning. Now here's Mitch Moreland. Mitch back in the lineup. He went 0 for 9 in his rehab assignment at Round Rock, but he did have 6 walks. Knee-high strike, 0-1. One ball and 1 strike. Let me amend that. He went 0 for 11 with 6 walks in the 4 games at AAA Round Rock. Had surgery on the 29th of April. And here we are on the 13th of May, and he's back in the lineup.
Yeah, he said he felt better the next day. He had the bone chips in there. Must have been causing him a lot of pain, because even with the surgery, he felt better.
Yeah,
immediately.
He had said when he acquiesced to the surgery, he said, if I could straighten my elbow out, I'd be okay. I could live with it. He said the pain's one thing, but he said it locked on me, and I couldn't do anything with it. Fielder at second, Beltre trailing him at first. That ball's hit well to right field. Going back is Paulo Orlando. He's off the wall. Prince Fielder had to hold up, so he's going to stop at third. Everybody else has to pull up behind it. That's about a 380-foot single for Mitch Moreland. And that is the 3rd rope hit in this inning.
That was almost disaster on the base paths, and we've seen that same one before. The runner at second holds up. The other guys know what's going to happen, and they're running. The Prince goes back to tag up. You got to go halfway on that ball. Adrian's ready to go to third. Mitch is ready to go to second. Fortunately, they both saw what happened and then went back to their bases. So what could have been second and third in a run is bases loaded, but still no out, so you can still do some damage right here. That ball was smoked.
Yes, it was.
Both Prince Fielder and Mitch have hit the ball on a line. Just couldn't get it up in the air like Chu did.
Yeah. Base is full. Peguero going after that breaking ball in the first pitch. With no success.
If you're on second where Prince was, you have to make a decision. Is he going to catch it? In which case, can I tag up, get to third with 1 out where I can score on a sacrifice fly, or is it going to go over his head? And on that particular play, I think Prince read it that the right fielder Orlando was going to be able to catch that ball, and he was going to tag up and go to third. Unfortunately, he didn't catch it, and all Prince could do was get to third base.
Now Carlos Peguero trying to bring Fielder and Beltre home, and maybe Moreland. Checks his swing on that hard curveball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Peguero, a .213 average, but he has 4 home runs and 9 driven in. 4 home runs in his last 8 ball games, going back to the last road trip. And the ball that he's hit the hardest has gone to left field. Got him swinging. Steady diet of curveballs, and there is strikeout number 1. That's the first out here in the first. We'll bring up Robinson Chirino.
That's that curveball you're talking about, Buzz. It is a good curveball. With 2 strikes, it looks like it's going to stay up and maybe around the strike zone instead of nose dives right around the plate. Got to get some contact here. You don't want to waste a bases loaded, no out situation. You got 2 runs in, that's great, but now's when you want to have a big inning.
A little tapper down the third baseline. It's rolling foul. That was going to be an infield signal because Moustakas playing back had no choice but to let it roll and hopefully go foul.
Well, once it came off the grass and onto the dirt, it hooked into foul territory.
No, 0-1 the count. Chirinos back to the plate. Robinson, couple of home runs. He has driven in 12. 3 out of 5 times this year he has scored that runner from third with less than 2 out. And Prince Fielder down there taking his lead, coming down the line. Out of play to the right. And Ventura now with the advantage in the count at 0-2. Robinson kind of shaking his head. He let Ventura, I think, get a fastball in on him, and might have been the pitch he was looking for and just didn't trigger the swing quickly enough. And the Fox tracker showing him that last fastball, as was the first one right there on the inside. Check swing, and the appeal down at first, and no swing. And that's Chris Conroy down there at first making that appeal call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chirinos making his 22nd start tonight behind the plate. Rangers have gone 10-11 in his first 21 starts. Ventura wasn't looking at home plate when he started his motion, so he didn't see the home plate umpire Ted Barrett call time, and when he picked him up, he said, "Oh, I can't throw." Go ahead and throw it. Got him swinging. Well, back-to-back strikeouts. Peguero, now Chirinos. There are 2 out, and Tommy Field will try and do some more damage here in the first.
One thing Ventura has done since Mitch launched that line drive 1 hop off the wall, he's gone to his curveball and lighten up his fastball in the first inning. Chu hit a home run. Mitch hit that drive to right. He hung the curveball to Prince, but since that time he's made some good curveballs down to Peguero and Chirinos.
And he's been able to get ahead, and that gives him that ability to use that curveball as the out pitch. Tommy Field, a .375 average in his first 2 games with the Rangers. Up the middle, caught by Infante, a couple of steps to his right, and that will do it. The Rangers do get 2, but they strand the bases full, and after 1, it's the Rangers 2 and the Royals 0. inning. But they will take the 2, and Yovani Gallardo will take the 2 also. We talked about the lack of run support that Gallardo's had, and this is one of the unusual times that he can go out there in the second inning with a lead. Eric Hosmer leading off, takes strike 1. Hosmer at .326. He is third in the American League with 27 runs driven in. .401 on base percentage. Shoots one to left. That's a base hit. A big, strong guy who uses the entire field, and he is something to watch. Now, before Kendrys Morales steps in, let's welcome in Jim Knox. Jim?
Oh, I appreciate it, Buzz. Recently, Elvis, along with bench coach Steve Buechele, were in South Lake. It was the unveiling of the new Miracle League uniforms, and the Miracle League is something very dear to Elvis.
Miracle League is special. They're so adorable, so cute. Whatever you see is what you get. They're so lovely. Taylor is one of the girls, and every time she sees me, she just want to hug. And for me, that means a lot. And that's another activity that I hope I can continue to do during my whole career.
All right, to find out more about the Miracle League and how the Texas Rangers help out, log on to TexasRangers.com. Look at this little guy, Buzz. Tom, ready for a little foul ball down the left field line, Ryan. We'll see what we can get you, big guy. All right. Enjoy the game, Buzz.
All right, Noxie, thank you.
Definitely got a big enough glove for it. He's ready. The only problem a little guy has with a glove is his hand strong enough to withstand the force of a hard line drive. He looked like he could handle it.
He looked like he caught a few line drives before.
Like a ball player.
1-1 the count to Morales. And that pitch just hangs high to him. Kendrys Morales, a switch hitting DH, batting .299 with 4 homers. And he is among the league leaders too with 25 RBI and brings in a 7-game hitting streak. Hosmer at first, a very small lead. And Morales pops it up. Tommy Field, the second baseman, calling everybody off. 1 out. Next will be Alex Gordon.
We're talking about the Royals and the offensive performance they've had in the first 6 weeks of the season. You got the best average, second most doubles, most triples. An unusual part of their offense is they have the fewest walks in the American League and the fewest strikeouts in the American League, which I don't know that they go together. Generally, if you don't walk at all, you'd think you would strike out a lot because you were swinging at pitches out of the strike zone. They're a team that, for the most part, with some exceptions, and Gordon's an exception, they don't walk very much. And they don't strike out very much.
Put a lot of balls in play.
They do. A lot of guys that can make solid contact with balls out of the strike zone.
There's a strike to Gordon. 1-1 now.
Infante has only walked twice in almost 100 at bats. Perez is a guy that's very tough to strike out. Doesn't walk very much.
Gallardo's 1-1 pitch. And a little number foul makes it a ball and 2 strikes.
And same thing with Escobar. He's a free swinger but a contact hitter. And Hosmer, for a power hitter, he'll get a reasonable amount of walks, not that many, but for a power hitter, he's not a big strikeout guy at all.
And the guys you're talking about are hitting the upper 280s to 320.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That really is unusual, though. Check swing just off the inside corner. You peel down to third, and no swing, said Scott Berry. The count evens at 2-2. That slider / cut fastball that Yovani Gallardo has made a big part of his repertoire.
We've seen that pitch twice. Once it struck out Moustakas, and once it was called a ball on Gordon. And I think when you get a pitch that close to the strike zone, if you're a pitcher, you'll probably be happy if it's called a strike 1 out of 2 times. And if you're a hitter and the same pitch is called 1 out of 2 times against you, you take it. But when you're 2 different hitters, you're happy for one and the other guy's unhappy because it was called a strike.
Hosmer, a little calling card from Yovani Gallardo. Gallardo making his 4th start in this ballpark, both as a Ranger and in his career. He never pitched in this park prior to this year. Outside. The count is now full. So Gordon hitting 6th. Hosmer at first with 1 out. Salvador Perez, the rangy catcher, waits in the on-deck circle. Worst run support, you're talking about that for Giovanni. 3rd worst in the American League. Jared Weaver and John Danks have worse run support, and that's it. Well, the walk puts 2 aboard for the Royals, and Salvador Perez coming up. First walk issued by Gallardo. Salvador Perez fighting a downturn offensively. Seen his batting average get down to 282. He snapped an 0 for 13 with a base hit last night. Two on, 1 out, and Gallardo is set. To right field and shallow. Long run in for Chu. It's slicing, and it goes foul. Ball kind of a dying quail out there, and fortunately for the Rangers, and Giovanni Gallardo had dipped into foul territory. 0-1, the count to Salvador Perez. All-star catcher in the American League. Yeah, he can ground into some double plays. A guy that doesn't run all that well. 30% of the time this year when he had the opportunity, he did ground into a double play. Gallardo would like to raise that percentage just a shade here. 1-1. Have to be careful with Perez, though. Even though his batting average has been suffering of late, he's still 8th in the American League with runners in scoring position. He's a .417 hitter. Saw that 118 average. That's on the current road trip. Could be 2 if Beltre can get it across. Dug out by Mitch Bowler. There you go. That's the twin killing Giovanni Gallardo is looking for. And Beltre doing it only as Adrian Beltre can. And Mitch scooping it out. 1 left after 1.5. 2-0 Rangers. Texas Rangers baseball on Fox Sports Southwest is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealer. The EcoBoost Challenge is on at your Texas Ford dealer. Get to your best in Texas Ford dealer today. A nice shot overhead at Globe Life Park. A bit of a break in the clouds. Nice to see that. Here's how the last half inning ended.
You talk about a relaxed third baseman. He just knows exactly what he has to do. Get to the base. Doesn't panic. Knows he's going to step on the base and throw off his right foot. Gets a little help from Mitch to turn that double play.
You know, and most of the time you'd see a third baseman try to hit the bag and get a little momentum going toward first.
Stop and plant on the bag.
Not Adrian. He's going to continue on into foul territory and throw that thing from down under.
Yeah. Adrian plants when he just catches a routine ground ball, not when he touches third base.
That's right. Now, Delino DeShields, the number 9 man of the order tonight, leading things off. DeShields getting his second straight start and chops one up the middle. And that's into center field, a base hit for DeShields.
That didn't matter because they weren't going to make a play on that. Once that ball hit and went over the pitcher, that's a base hit.
Well, Delino continuing to swing the bat well. He got the start last night in favor of the injured Leonis Martin. He was 1 for 2 with a couple of walks, and he starts things off here tonight with a single.
Well, he finally got thrown out for the first time yesterday. He has 9 stolen bases. That's the 5th most in the league. 7 of them have come in May.
Jew pulls it to the right side. It's through for a hit. Delino DeShields around second, will motor into third. Rangers, every opportunity they could tonight, they have gone first to third on a base hit.
Well, they cashed in for 2 runs in the first inning, but I think Ventura went back to the dugout feeling like he had a moral victory, because after those 2 runs scored, they still had the bases loaded, nobody out, and then couldn't score again. Well, now it's first and third with nobody out, but you've got the middle of the lineup coming up. A little bit different situation. Hopefully the Rangers will be able to expand this into a big inning against Ventura.
So Jew, another multi-hit game. He had 3 last night. Getting Delino DeShields all the way around to third, and Shin-Soo Choo now a home run and a single. Rangers already with 6 base hits against Yordano Ventura. Young right-hander reeling a bit. And the command issue has come up. Now, he hasn't walked that many, only 1 in the game, but the command of the fastball has not been good for him tonight. And the Rangers have taken advantage of that. Here's Elvis, who drew that walk in the first inning. Takes way inside for ball 1. Elvis trying to increase his RBI total, which stands at 8 at the moment. Delino DeShields down at third. The Royals playing the infield back up the middle. Off the fist to Moustakas. The second on to first. The double play, and DeShields had to stay right there at third. I was talking to Tony Beasley about reading the ball, and Tony offering his opinion to it. The double play goes 5-4-3, and now there are 2 outs with DeShields still at third, and Prince Fielder coming out.
So if you're the man at third, I guess you have a decision to make right here. Do you go and hope that think that maybe he throws home, you're going to get in a rundown, but when it's all over and done with, there'll be 2 men on and 1 out, rather than 2 outs and a man on third base. I think for the most part in that situation, you probably would run, wouldn't you?
I would think so.
I'd rather have 2 men on and 1 out than a man at third and 2 outs.
We'll have to ask the infield expert,
the
Mark
doctor of
McLemore,
defense. There's a good one for him.
Because you never had much experience base running anyway. You just trotted around the base after you hit the ball out of the ball field.
Yeah, no. I just use my instincts on the bases. Station to station.
Don't get picked off.
That's right.
Prince Fielder up there with a count of 0-1. The fielder had a rifle shot base hit to right field, his first time. And he gets fisted on that fastball and fouls it off to the left. 0-2. Royals in their slight overshift. Alcides Escobar, the shortstop, still on the shortstop side a second. That last fastball. Prince saying, dog on it.
Yeah, he knows he missed a good one there.
Yeah, that was my pitch.
Had a good swing at it, though.
Check swing on the ball in the dirt. That hard breaking ball. 1-2 the count. A fielder now with the average up to 338. against right-handers this year, a .373 average. That's 4th best in the American League. Oddly enough, 2 of his 3 home runs have come against left-handers. 1-2 pitch. That ball is hammered high and deep to right center field. There she goes. Goodbye. He didn't miss that one.
I think he scared Ventura with a swing that he had at the fastball. And he threw him another curveball like the first time up. The first time up, he hit a bullet to right field. He didn't get it up in the air. This time, Ventura hung the same curveball, and he did get it up in the air. And it went about 420 feet to right center field. Ventura he's lucky he's only given up 4 runs in this game. He served up some pitches right near the center of the plate.
Prince Fielder with his 4th home run of the year. He has 19 runs driven in now, and you get a look at the explosion.
He said that pitch is not going to get Prince out very often after he lined the single to right. He threw it again. It didn't get him out that time either.
Sure didn't. And Beltre, chopper out to short. That will do it as Beltre grounds out, but Prince Fielder does the damage. A 2-run home run for all the Rangers. And we'll go on to the 3rd inning here in Arlington. It's now the Rangers 4 and the Royals nothing. That's May 14th before the 1:05 start between the Royals and the Rangers. Come on out and enjoy an educational program from the CBS 11 weather team. Then kick back and enjoy a weekday matinee game. Visit TexasRangers.com for tickets. Well, 4-0 Rangers. Yolanda Gallardo dealing to Omar Infante starting off the 3rd inning. It'll be Infante, Orlando, and Escobar to face Gallardo. Omar Infante, a .235 average. Takes a strike. Infante, 9 previous at-bats, as you can see, against Giovanni Gallardo, just 1 hit. Infante over the National League with Atlanta. Matter of fact, he was an all-star with the Braves back in 2010, shortstop. Last 3 ball games, he has had some problems offensively. Just 1 for 10 with 3 strikeouts. Gallardo's 2-2 pitch. Tommy Field will gobble up that roller. 1 gone.
That didn't exactly jump off his bat very well.
No.
Yeah, one of those balls that hits off the handle and just doesn't have a lot of oomph to it.
Kind of a thud.
Yep.
Now before Orlando steps in, let's send it over to Dana Larson for a Mazda game break.
Whoa. Wow.
My goodness. He's making up for lost time. 18 strikeouts through 8.
See if he can go out there for the ninth. That's on the verge of being a fairly memorable ball game.
Yeah, he's going out for the ninth unless he has 300 pitches. If his arm is still attached, he's going out for the ninth.
I was talking to Nolan the other night. He felt in one of those years in the mid-70s that he averaged between 150 and 165 pitches per start and had 230 pitches in one game. I think it's almost unheard of now. I guess someone's had 120 pitches this year, but there may be a handful of them, 4 or 5 games. 130, I guess, is looked at as borderline abusive almost nowadays.
I understand that Kluber's at 113 pitches.
With 18 straight, he must not have thrown many balls.
71 strikes.
Wow.
And Orlando flies out to right field. Very quickly, there are 2 away. And Alcides Escobar will face Gallardo again. Escobar swung at the first pitch that he saw tonight and popped out to Adrian Beltre in foul territory. Only hit of the game for Kansas City, Eric Hosmer's leadoff single in the second.
Would you guess in Corey Kluber's game that his slider's working pretty well for him today?
I would think so. And he may have a little extra giddy up on his fastball. And
he may be saying, I'm not going 0-6, too.
Yeah, sometimes you get a little bit of a redneck going. And you get upset about being 0-5 and say, no, somebody's going to pay for this. Gallardo's 0-1 pitch is just off the outer corner. The 1-1. Our producer Kurt Dyker brings up a good point. It's nice to see Kluber doing that tonight because the Indians are coming in here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And the Rangers won't have to worry about Corey Kluber.
Ooh, didn't think of that. I bet you some of our hitters have thought ahead to that, though. Especially when they see 18 strikeouts in the paper tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or tonight if they're watching the highlights.
2-2 to Escobar. Giovanni Gallardo still under 40 pitches here in the third inning.
9-inning record is 20. Roger Clemens twice, Kerry Wood, and Randy Johnson. Thank you, EJ, for that one.
A 1-2-3 inning. That is 4 straight now, sent down by Gallardo and the Rangers. We finished 2.5. It's the Rangers 4, the Royals nothing. folks, the next post-game fireworks show is this Friday. It's May 15th. That follows the Indians-Rangers game. Fans will enjoy fireworks show paying tribute to breast cancer awareness. Get $14 upper reserve tickets using the online coupon code FIREWORKS at texasrangers.com/specials. Well, the Rangers have put 2 on the board in each of the first 2 innings. Mitch Moreland leading things off here in the third. Mitch had a long single off the wall in right center field his first time up. Had a couple of runners on, and there was a little entanglement with the base runner, so he couldn't get that far. Now the overshift, an extreme overshift for the Royals. Escobar still playing the shortstop spot, but they moved Mike Moustakas, the third baseman, over in the middle, deep second base position. And the second baseman Infante out in the rover position in right field. 0-2 pitch.
Yeah, there'll come a time against the Royals where Mitch is hitting, and he'll take advantage of that and slap a bunt on it. It can be a terrible bunt, really. You just have to bunt it hard enough to make sure the pitcher can't catch it. Maybe leading off an inning, a closer game. Who knows?
He was trying to take one there that time, it looked like.
Yeah.
Trying to slap it over there.
Good idea with 2 strikes.
Sure.
Go the other way. He's definitely trying to do that.
Yeah. Still a ball and 2 strikes. It's just back into the lineup, just off the disabled list. Had that base hit his first time, now hitting at .319 for the year.
The thing about that situation where they're playing him is if you can really handle the bat, and they wouldn't have this shift against a Rod Carew type player.
Right.
But all you have to do is slap it on the ground down the left field line, and it's a double, not a single.
That's right.
Because there's no way they can get to it before you can get to second base.
That pitch is in the dirt. So Mitch has worked the count full now. And Mitch trying to get aboard to lead off the Ranger third. He'll be followed by Carlos Peguero.
What did you say, Buzz? He had 6 walks while he was on his rehab assignment?
6 walks in 4 games, yeah.
And, you know, he's taking pitches very well today, too. Borderline pitches. Like that.
Took that.
3-2 pitch.
Didn't even think about it.
No. That's very nice. One pitch he's had to hit, he drilled one hop off the wall.
And Ed Yost has had to use his bullpen a little bit more frequently and earlier in the ballgame than he would prefer. He's had them up and down, and nobody up today, but he's thinking about it. Carlos Peguero went down swinging his first time up there.
Yeah, he was in that position with Danny Duffy in the first game.
Right.
Danny was having a hard time locating home plate, throwing a lot of pitches, and tried to leave him in there as long as he could to save the bullpen. Eventually had to make the move.
Ventura going with a first pitch changeup for strike 1. That's out of play to the left. No balls and 2 strikes. Well, Peguero spent last year with the Royals in the organization. Spent most of the time at AAA Omaha, where he had 30 home runs. Prior to that with Seattle. Pitch on the outside corner, called strike 3. Now the target was set inside, but Ventura hit outside and got the call from Ted Barrett.
Nice job of framing that ball by Perez. You see how he turns his glove so that the glove is inside the strike zone, which for the umpire makes it look a little bit like a better pitch. And it may have been a strike anyway. That's something that's sabermetrically quantified now, is whether a catcher is regarded as a good catcher for framing the ball. I've heard a lot of dissenting opinion on how valuable it is, but to listen to the guys one night talk about how it depends on the pitching staff and whether you can frame a ball. You get some guy throwing 97 miles an hour who's wild and you don't know where it's going. Try framing those balls.
You need a large frame.
You got a staff of Greg Maddoxes out there. Anybody can catch the ball and make it look good because it's going right where you think it's going to go every time.
Chirinos a one-hopper to Moustakas. They'll turn that over. 5-4-3, the double play erases the leadoff walk. And the Rangers are gone quietly in the third. On to the fourth inning here at Globe Life Park. 4-0 Rangers. Take a look at our Kubota power stats for the night. Corey Kluber, how about this? Talking about power. 18 strikeouts against the Cardinals tonight. Ties the second most in Cleveland history. El Tiante, Luis Tiant, had 19 to set the record. Most in a major league game for Kluber since Ben Sheets struck out 18 in 2004 against the Atlanta Braves. You start having to go back 11 or 12 years, that's something pretty significant that you've just done. And Corey Kluber, the Cy Young Award winner, with 18 punch-outs and 8 innings tonight.
Yeah, you know, nowadays, I think over the last 7, 8, 9 years, Major League strikeout totals have gone up almost every single year. I think they've steadily gone up since that time. So you would think that with strikeouts going up, pitchers striking out more than ever, that it would have happened. I guess the one thing that's happening, though, pitchers don't throw 120, 30 pitches like they used to, so chances of being in the game long enough to do it on fairly straight.
Now Moustakas leads off with a base hit, and that leads us to Mark McLemore, who has joined us up in the booth, the doctor of defense. Nice to see you, Mac.
Hey, good to see you guys.
Yeah, we don't really need the offense as much from you tonight. I know you've been working on that, but we need the defense. And we do have a base running question for you.
All right.
We're talking about in the I'll tell you about it in just a second with Lorenzo Cain up there. But we're talking about back in the second inning, and DeShields is on third, Chu is on first, and there's a ground ball with nobody out, and there's a ground ball hit by Elvis to the third baseman. He turned it after looking DeShields back to third. Tom and I didn't really have an opinion on it. Should DeShields have gone on home with nobody out from that spot?
Not with nobody out.
Okay.
I think you make him try, you try to do something with third base, but you got to make sure that you can get back to third base. And once you do that, then you may be able to disrupt him. But he's in, so he's right there, so he has to get back. If he goes, he's pretty much a dead duck going in. So there's not a whole lot he can do. Now, if he was going to do anything, he might have been, with his speed, he might have been able to go once Moustakas threw the ball to second base. But you see Infante's looking at him as well, so there's not a whole lot that he can do in that situation without just being, dead to rights trying to score.
Now, I guess the question that Tom and I had that came up is, would you be better trying to make the play go home and getting a rundown so you'd still have two people on base with only one out?
Well, the thing about it is, if he goes on contact, if it's a contact play, then yes. But once Moustakas had it, looked him back, if he'd thrown to second, they get that runner. And then Infante, veteran second baseman, was watching DeShields because he knows he's got the speed, watching to see if he took off from home. So if he did that, then it would have been a double play either way.
We were thinking about going on contact.
Yeah, I think sometimes, in my recollection, a few times I was ever on third base, but first and third and nobody out, the third base coach sometimes would say, ground ball, you're going, meaning if it's hit hard enough to be a double play. Now on a chopper, I guess you wouldn't go because you can't get a double play anyway, but a hard hit ground ball.
Well, that particular play is a little bit out of the ordinary because Moustakas was actually in on the grass or right there at the cut, and so that makes a big difference. Now, if he's back at normal double play depth, then I can see DeShields going on contact. You see, he's right there at the cut of the grass. That's in front of third base, and then it's a two-hopper. He has no chance. Now, if he's back at normal double play depth, then DeShields goes.
It still comes down to me.
Out at second base.
Must have come off the bag, huh?
Came off the bag, apparently, and Hosmer is a dead duck down there. Robinson Chirinos got him the second time around. So that'll do it for the Royals. No runs, a hit. And nobody left. There's going to be an appeal here. And Ted Yost going back down the steps, so apparently not.
No, they saw what the umpire saw.
Yep. On to the bottom of the fourth, 4-0 Rangers. On top 4-0. Let's go back to the first inning. Mitch Moreland had a long hit off the wall, and Mac, take it from there.
Well, you can see where Prince is. He's in a direct line to that right fielder, so he can't really tell if the right fielder is going to catch the ball just because of that angle. Now, Beltre's off to the other side, to the opposite side. He can see the angle of the ball and that outfielder's not going to catch it.
Good point.
So I think that's what messed Prince up there. As a base runner at second base in that situation, nobody out, you want to make sure that if the outfielder catches the ball, you're close enough to tag and get to third base. So it's a difficult play just because of that angle there. Now, right fielder's 10 feet to the right or to the left, then Prince sees that he's not going to be able to catch it. But with that angle there, it looked like he might have been able to have a play on the ball. So a very tough read from that angle and that position. And like I said, Beltre was on the other side. He saw it completely as soon as the ball left the bat. That's why he was around second base.
Yeah, that's a good point, Mac. Excellent point. And the other side of it is, even though he didn't score on that, you've got the bases loaded, no outs. You got to put a little pressure on the guys coming up to do some damage too.
Yes.
And Tommy Field waving at that breaking ball, and that is strikeout number 4 for Yodonder Ventura. One gone for Delino DeShields. Ventura calming things down now for himself. He has struck out 2 of the last 3 that he has faced. Had that double play ground ball to end the 3rd inning. Delino DeShields had a base hit leading off the 2nd. Came around to score. Takes inside for ball 1. Delino now at 243. Last 7 ball games, he's hit 286 with 7 walks mixed in there also. Boy, the more you see DeShields, and you have to realize there are going to be some mistakes, mistakes of youth. But boy, the enthusiasm and the tools that he brings to the ballpark, pretty impressive.
Yeah, you know, all young kids when they first get to the big leagues, they're going to make those mistakes. Everybody did. Each one of us did. And you learn from those, and they become less and less as time goes on. And I'm pretty sure he understands that. He's definitely got some voices in that clubhouse or in that locker or in that dugout that will remind him of that. And he doesn't seem like the kind of kid that's going to get down on himself and, you know, go beat his head up against the wall when he makes one. He's just going to go on to the next one. And he's been making adjustments. You know, the more playing time that he gets, the more comfortable he looks at in the box, and definitely on the bases, and even in center field. And I think people tend to forget he's a converted second baseman.
Right.
So he hasn't had a lot of time in the outfield, but he looks pretty good out there so far.
3-2 pitch. That ball's hit well to left center field. It is up the alley, and it is down for extra bases. That is going to be at least 3. The Jets are on for Delino.
Wow. Usually you'll see someone head first slide into third in a bang-bang play. He was stopped on third before the ball got back in.
He had to put up the stop sign for him.
Well, that's fun to watch someone who can run like that go around the bases.
Wow. I love that. And when he hit this, he knew it was going to split the outfielders. And Lorenzo Cain plays one of the shallowest center fields I've ever seen. I've seen some guys play shallow in center field, but man, he's in shallow, and that really is what helped the Shields. And just look at him, just gone.
You know, the other thing that's amazing is how smoothly he touched both first and second base. He didn't miss a stride and cut him perfectly.
Well, that is the first triple for Delino DeShields in his big league career, and almost got picked off third.
There was some distance between him and third base.
There was.
Now, if that was a normal player like yours truly, I couldn't have recovered quickly enough to get back. But he's so quick, he had time to take a couple steps and dive back.
At third base now, 0-1 the count to Shin-Soo Choo. Infield is in, and the pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Choo perfect tonight, 2 for 2. Led off with a home run. Had a base hit in the 2nd inning. Outside, 2 balls and a strike.
Choo basically won't chase a close changeup and generally a close curveball. You've got to throw him a strike.
And the way he's been able to handle the fastball inside, not a whole lot of holes to him right now. That pitch is down. 3 balls and a strike.
Yeah, he doesn't want any part of Choo the way he's swinging right now.
Choo hitting on number 1 spot. He'll be followed by Elvis Andrus. 12 extra base hits this month for Shin-Soo Choo. That is the most in Major League Baseball. The 3-1 pitch to him. Full count. Choo now with a 229 average.
That pitch is called on him a lot. He's got a very good eye, and the pitch looked like it was up and away.
On the ground, through the legs of Hosmer, into score DeShields, backed up by Infante. They get the out at first. DeShields making the break, and Hosmer might have taken a peek at him as that ball was getting close. But it will be an RBI on the ground out for Shin-Soo Choo, and the Rangers open up a 5-0 lead.
There's one of those balls that goes as an infield out that could have been an error and a 1-4-3 error to let the run score. Can't do it. You can't score it that way. You know, it goes 3-4-3. but there's no way Delano's going to score if he fields that ball cleanly.
Now Elvis takes the next pitch low. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Well, Delano scoring his second run of the night. Second time in this series that he has scored 2 runs in a game. 2-1 to Elvis. Andrus 0 for 1. Walked and scored in the first inning. Last time up, grounded into a double play. 2-2. Delano DeShields now has scored 12 runs, and he has been in 20 ball games. And Elvis caught looking at the third strike. Ted Barrett rings him up. And that is going to do it. But the Rangers add on. They get a run on a hit, nobody left after 4. 5-0 Texas. Southwest is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. And by the Mazda 6. J.D. Power has awarded the Mazda 6 highest ranked vehicle appeal among midsize cars. The Rangers continuing to add on. They have scored 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the fourth, have a 5-0 lead, and rewarding their fans out here tonight with that lead as Giovanni Gallardo goes to work in the 5th inning. Kendrys Morales leading things off. Morales was left standing at home plate when Eric Hosmer got shot down trying to swipe second to end the top of the 4th. Out into shallow right field where Tommy Field is positioned. And the Rover throws him out, 1 gone.
Well, the Rangers' starting pitching has been pretty solid against one of the best offensive teams in the American League. It's not surprising, though. They came into the game in the month of May, the starting rotation, with an ERA of 2.88, the 3rd best in Major League Baseball. And Gallardo's put up 4 zeros to start this one off. So Rangers starters in the month of May have been terrific. That's why the Rangers are 7-5 in the month of May. Nick Martinez had a solid game last night. Pitched 6 1/3, gave up 3 earned runs.
Yeah, and it wasn't really until the last couple of games in the Houston series and 1 game in Tampa Bay where the offense really broke loose.
Yeah.
And the starting rotation, you know, there would have been spectacular if they'd scored any kind of run support for him.
Yeah.
Alex Gordon, the game winner last night, led off the 10th inning with the home run to right off of Stolmy Pimentel. And in case you missed it, Pimentel optioned to AAA, and Sam Freeman, the left-hander, brought up to take his place in the Ranger bullpen. So the Rangers now with 2 left-handers down there, Alex Claudio and Sam Freeman. That after not having a left-hander for the first month or so. Popped up on the infield. Beltre and Andrus. It'll be Adrian Beltre. That is out number 2. There is Sam Freeman, left-hander. Grew up here in the Carrollton. Went to University of Kansas after playing some collegiate ball in North Central College up in Gainesville. Spent some time with the Cardinals off and on the last couple of years. Here's Salvador Perez taking ball 1. Perez tonight is grounded into a double play, his only at bat. Big catcher at 280 with the batting average right now. And a convenient hop for Elvis. Triggers the throw, and it's another 1-2-3 inning. Giovanni Gallardo getting the job done tonight. We're halfway through the ball game. Gallardo and the Rangers lead the Royals 5-0. Back to last night out in Los Angeles, Dodger Stadium. Giancarlo Stanton. I think he got all of it.
Where's the left fielder? He didn't even know where it was.
Oh, he knew where it was. He just didn't move. He's like, what am I going to do with that? That ball's out of the stadium. What do? Do you run to the wall and just,
Yeah, no, you sit there and watch it.
Wow.
Look for the vapor trail and see where that thing comes down. 4th man in history to hit one out of Dodger Stadium in the regular season. Willie Stargell did it a couple times. Wow. And our T-Mobile game changer. 4th player completely out of Dodger Stadium. Tony Willie Stargell, who did it twice. Mike Piazza. And Mark McGwire. And Prince Fielder busting it down that line. Just barely thrown out by Escobar. 1 gone.
You let the fans notice that. Very seldom will you see fans cheer for a guy hustling into first base. But as he's coming back to the dugout, all the fans around the dugout noticed how hard he went down the line to first base.
And I would hope most of the guys in the dugout notice
Exactly.
that too.
That's the ones you want to make sure noticed.
Now here's Adrian Beltre. Adrian had a RBI single in the first. And Moustakas down to 1 knee to glove that one. Throws out his counterpart. 2 gone. And before Mitch Moreland comes up, let's send it over to Dana Larson with the Mazda game break. Dana? Thank you, Dana. I'd like to see somebody can beat Sonny Gray.
Yeah, they really killed him, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Beat him up terribly. Mitch Moreland back in the lineup is singled and walked tonight. 1-0 pitch to him. 2 balls, no strikes. Mitch hasn't missed a beat. Had that single in the first inning. If you go back prior to surgery, he now has a 4-game hitting streak with that base hit. Just interrupted by the doctor, John was. Well, Mitch, a .319 average. This a little bit different lineup than when Mitch left. At that point, Mitch had just started to turn things around. He really started to hit the ball well. He and Prince Fielder were about the only two that really could say they were pulling their load, their share. But now, you got Adrian turned around. He's hot. Shin-Soo Choo is hot. Escobar takes care of that Moreland ground ball. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Yordano Ventura. Well, Gallardo going back out for the 6th inning, leading 5-0. Mac, thanks for joining us. We'll see you after the ball game on Rangers Live.
Tom, look at this, right in the catbird seat. It's a great Chuck Morgan here, in and out of innings here, about to announce the next batter coming up in just a minute. But, Chuck, we got a big day coming up, the National Jersey Day. What's that about?
It's National Jersey Day at Globe Life Park. It's on Friday, May 29th. And we want all Ranger fans to wear jerseys to that game on the 29th of May.
There we go, Tommy, with that put out right there. Now, go ahead, Chuck.
Right fielder Paulo Orlando.
Very nicely done, Chuck. Okay, so there's going to be a parade, and you get a free ticket, and what's this?
All fans that wear Rangers jerseys, we're going to have a parade around the warning track, and then if you wear a Rangers jersey to the ball game on the 29th, you get a free ticket to a future ball game. And right now at the gift shop, to get you started, if you need a new one, you can wear an old one. What you said, maybe that's a good idea. Maybe we need to find somebody who can find an old Tom Grieve jersey and wear that to a game, but right now, 15% off of the gift shop for a new jersey.
What if we found an old Tom Grieve jersey, someone walked in with one? Is there a special prize we could give out for that, Tom, for Tom Grieve's old jersey?
Oh, then we'll come up with something like that. Anybody that would ever hit the longest home run in the history of Arlington Stadium and have that jersey, that is very special.
That's priceless. All right, Chuck, good to see you, and keep up the great work. Appreciate it. So National Jersey Day, what day?
Friday, May 29th against the Boston Red Sox.
There we go. All right, we'll look forward to that. Buzz?
All right, Doc.
Buzz, I think if they come in with an authentic jersey like he just described, they get to go out to lunch with Steve Busby. How about that?
Wait a minute.
I think that's a good.
I've never seen you speechless before.
How did that come apart?
Tom came up with a great idea. If they come in with an authentic jersey like a Tom Grieve, they get to go out to lunch with Buzz.
Hey, that's a good deal. That's perfect. The guy that pitched a couple of no-hitters in Major Leagues have lunch with him, that's worth a fortune.
All right, there it is. Done.
I'll pay for it.
Okay, but it has to be an authentic Tom Grieve jersey.
Yeah, there's not many of those.
Yeah.
Most of those got sent to Plant City and were used by the minor league players. The minor league players put that on. Who is Grieve? How about Jenkins or Hara? Ouch.
Orlando gets sawed off, and Elvis will throw him out. That is 2 gone, and there's pieces of that bat
went to
followed him
first
down
base.
Yeah, pieces of that bat followed him down the line.
I thought that was the ball coming out of Mitch's glove.
Now batting the shortstop, Alcides Escobar.
Well, Giovanni is one out away from getting out of the 6th inning on 63 pitches.
He is dealing tonight. And he's used his stuff. And we talked about his guile and his ability to pitch, and he is putting that on display tonight. This is a good hitting ball club that he's facing. The best in the American League statistically.
Yeah, they're kind of playing into his hand. They're swinging at a lot of pitches early in the count with good movement on them that aren't great pitches to hit, and they're not hitting them very hard.
And that cutter/slider that he's been throwing, he is just getting enough off the center part of the bat. He's getting some weak ground balls.
Yep.
5 2/3, just 2 hits. Escobar has popped out and grounded out. It's a strike there to make it 1-2. .301 the average for the Royals shortstop. Gallardo back to the plate. And there's a base hit to center field.
That's almost the exact same pitch that he took for strike 2. He knew he had to swing. Not a problem for him with 2 strikes. And got almost the same pitch, down and away, and had a nice swing at it and landed it sharply into center field. Pretty much threw that where he wanted to.
Yep.
See number 4, can't see all of number 3. Well, it's maybe a little higher than number 3.
Well, that's a pretty good piece of hitting by Escobar.
Yeah, definitely. Well, he's a 300 hitter.
Yep.
I guess he can do that.
Well, he is 1 for 3 at first base now with 2 outs. Mike Moustakas, who is 1 for 2, snips in. 0-1. Moustakas had a single leading off the 4th inning. Gallardo's had only 1 inning where the Royals had 2 runners aboard at the same time. That was the 2nd. Gave up a leadoff single, a 1-out walk, but then the double play took care of all that. Here he's got Escobar at first with 2 outs and an 0-1 count to Moustakas. Moustakas 3 out of 10 on this trip in this series. He missed the Detroit series that the Royals just finished before they came in here. He was on a family emergency / bereavement leave. Got back here for the start of this series on Monday. 1-2 the count. And we'll try it again. Well, Giovanni really working it tonight. 9 pitches in the 1st, in the 4th, in the 5th. Highest total is in the 2nd. He had 16. That's getting the job done in a minimal amount of pitches. Another 1-2 coming. Up the middle, that's right where Elvis is positioned. On to first, and that will do it. A 2-out single to Escobar. He is stranded. We finished 5 1/2. Giovanni Gallardo and the Rangers shutting out the Royals 5-0. by Sonic. Tonight's jackpot is worth $1,100 and dinner for two at Sonic Drive-In. Tonight, the Rangers are in for Dorothy Rayburn from Kaufman. And if a Ranger hits a grand slam this inning, Dorothy Rayburn from Kaufman will win $25,000. You can register at any participating Sonic restaurant. Carlos Peguero starting things off. Fouling one off to the left. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. Rangers leading 5-0. They have out-hit the Royals 8-3 tonight. Carlos Peguero, though, has had no luck at all against Yordano Ventura. He has struck out twice, once looking and once called, or swinging, I should say. That would be the same thing, looking and called. That would be about the same, yeah. And once standing there. 1-2.
Tied up like a hostage.
Something like that. There's a swing and a miss. That's the hat trick for Peguero. 1 gone.
And it's just one of those nights where the pitcher has your number.
Yep. And that is 6 strikeouts now for Ventura. Folks, this Saturday, May 16th, the first 15,000 fans, 14 and older, get a Texas Rangers camo cap. That is courtesy of Fanatics. Join us out here at Globe Life Park. The Rangers take on the Cleveland Indians and pick up your Rangers camo cap. Get your tickets at TexasRangers.com. Robinson Chirinos, a strikeout and a double play ground ball. Takes strike 1. Chirinos struck out in the first inning. And the double play grounder came to end the third. Robinson now, go back over the last couple of weeks for Chirinos. It has not been a whole lot of fun. He is 6 for 46. He's down about 125, 126, somewhere in there. Shoots this one to right field, but playing shallow toward the line is Orlando. And he moves back to his left to make the grab. Well, there's some pretty good defensive positioning, and Paulo Orlando able to take extra bases away from Chirinos. That is the second out. Now Tommy Field comes out. Field hit a line drive caught by Infante his first time. Last time up, struck out swinging. 1 ball, no strikes. Tommy getting his 3rd start tonight since joining the club from Round Rock. And Alcides Escobar gobbles that one up. That'll do it. Rangers out quickly, and Ventura now has retired the last 8 that he has faced. We have finished 6 innings here in Arlington. Rangers 5, Royals nothing. Power by Shin-Soo Choo. A leadoff home run and some more power by Prince Fielder, a 2-run blast. Prince's bat, and throwing out a little speed also. Delino to Shields. A triple into the alley. So it's been power, speed, and pitching, the three components of the Ranger game tonight. And they lead it 5-0 as we head to the 7th. Yovani Gallardo out there working to Lorenzo Cain. He'll deal with the middle of the order here in inning number 7. Cain is grounded out and flied out tonight. Pitch down and away. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Cain just 1 for 11 in the series now. The Rangers have handled him very effectively. Hard hit. That is a base hit through the hole. And Cain aboard to start the Royal 7th inning. 4th Kansas City hit off of Yovani Gallardo. 1 on, nobody out for Eric Hosmer.
First baseman Eric Hosmer.
Gallardo with still that very manageable pitch count. 75 pitches. That is all he has needed to work through 6 innings plus 1 hitter here in the 7th. Hosmer singled in the 2nd. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th inning. 1 out of 2, hitting at .328. 0-1. Hosmer now a 10-game hitting streak. He has gone 14 for 39. 16 RBI for him in the last 14 games. Got Cain at first as Gallardo checks him. Didn't really want to take a hack at that, but had gone too far before he said, nope. 0-2.
When you start the bat with that kind of force, it's tough to stop it, boy. Even if you're as strong as he is.
That's in the dirt. It gets away from Chirinos, but Cain had a pretty good read on it, and he is easily into second on the wild pitch. Robinson did about all he possibly could, and you see the jump that Cain got, the read of that ball in the dirt. And for the first time tonight now, the Royals have a runner in scoring position. No, they did back. I take it back. They did in the 2nd inning. Hosmer was at second base. But just the 2nd time tonight they've had a runner out there. Gallardo has kept them off the scoreboard. He misses low and outside to make it 2-2 to Hosmer. Robinson going to have a little chat with Yovani Gallardo. Gallardo last time out worked 5 1/3. Before that it was 6 2/3. Well, he has been able to work fairly deep into the ball games on a pretty consistent basis. Into and out of the glove of Robinson Chirinos. Still 2-2.
Didn't quite stick in the glove, and that's what has to happen. It's not like you can say, okay, foul tip, I better move my glove to catch the ball. It just has to go right in your glove.
And catchers talk about having a relaxed hand too, so
yeah,
you don't
so it stays in there.
Yeah. 3-2 now. Hosmer hitting 4th in the order. He'll be followed by the designated hitter, Kendrys Morales. And Yovani in a spot where he really doesn't want to walk Hosmer. Got a 5-run lead, and with nobody out, you hate to issue a free pass. Got him swinging. Like that cutter slash slider.
Yeah, it was up a little bit, but you could tell by the way Hosmer swung at it, he was fooled by it a little bit.
This Just the second strikeout of the night for Gallardo. Tied him up a little bit with that swing.
You can see by the reaction that he had. A little disappointed with his swing. Big strikeout there. You don't want to allow Kansas City to get a rally going. They can put rallies together and score a lot of runs.
Morales takes low and outside. Kendrick tonight has popped to second and grounded to second. 0 for 2, hitting .294 for the year. Again, the Rangers in a bit of an overshift. And Morales down the right field line. That is in and headed to the wall. Kane around third will score. Morales into second with an RBI double. It is now a 5-1 Rangers lead. Gallardo didn't get away with that pitch up. And Morales able to tomahawk it as he drives in his 26th run of the year.
That looked like a high cutter as well. Inside part of the plate and up. But Morales handled it pretty well. Hit that ball hard to right field. Both balls this inning for base hits have been hit hard.
Mike Maddox out there to talk to Gallardo and Chirinos, and also give the bullpen an opportunity to get busy out in right center field. First time that Mike has ventured out to the mound tonight, and Keone Kela, and right-hander, loosening in a hurry in the Ranger bullpen. So a run across, Morales at second, still just one out. Alex Gordon, the hitter. Gordon is 0 for 1 tonight with a walk and a pop out. Broken back down to first, and Moreland will take that to the bag. On to third goes Morales, but that is a very big out number 2.
Well, if Giovanni gets the next batter or the batter after that, he will have had his longest outing. His longest outing so far this season is 6 2/3, where he is right now. Good pitch. And you can see a different result. That pitch is very similar to the one that Morales hit. Morales drilled it down the right field line. Gordon hit it off the handle for an easy out.
A 2 away, and Salvador Perez, who has grounded out twice tonight, steps in. Perez at .278 with the average. Takes ball 1.
Okay, Buzz. So the same pitch. Morales hits it for a double. Gordon gets jammed. Was the pitch to Gordon a good pitch and the pitch to Morales a bad pitch because he got a double, or were they both good pitches? One guy just happened to get a double.
No, I think
how do you look at it?
I think they were both good pitches that he threw where he wanted to.
Yeah.
You have to give Morales credit for getting the head of the bat out there.
There you go.
You might say, well, maybe the count was wrong for Morales. If you want to delve into that, but they were both well executed pitches.
Mm-hmm.
They were up a little bit. He got them in on the corner or just off the corner. So I don't think you can quibble about the execution of the pitch.
Right. And they are big league hitters, so
yep.
You can make your pitch and have success most of the time, but not every time.
2-0 the count to Salvador Perez. That ball's laced to left field. Peguero going back. It's over his head and off the wall. In to score. The throw to second. And Perez just able to leg it out. Morales came in to score on the RBI double by Salvador Perez. And it's now a 5-2 Ranger lead.
Excellent throw by Peguero. Long range throw from the warning track in left field. He bounced it right on top of the bag. And it looked like Perez slid just in time to get underneath it. That looked like a hanging cutter. Perez jumped all over it. Let's see. Did he get in there? I think he did. If he stayed on the base, he did.
Yep. From that angle, it surely appeared that he did. Perez with his 6th double of the year, and he drives in his 19th run. The Royals have pushed 2 across in the inning. Now Omar Infante takes a strike on the inside corner. Infante tonight has grounded to second and popped to second. And even though he's hitting down in the order and the batting average at .231, still a dangerous hitter with runners in scoring position. And he's got Salvador Perez out there at second base. Check swing on the breaking ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Infante this year a .321 hitter with runners in scoring position, and he has accounted for 13 of his 14 RBI in these situations. Gallardo with a belt high set. 1-2. Bought a glove and donated that baseball. There you go.
And I'd be pretty sure that someone said to him tonight, "What'd you bring a glove to the game for?" And he just showed him why.
Yeah. Broken back ground ball to Beltre. And Adrian fires on to Moreland. That'll do it. The Royals push across 2 runs on 3 hits and strand 1. It's time for the 7th inning stretch at Globe Life Park. Rangers 5, Royals 2. Sunday, the Rangers wrap up a 3-game series against the Cleveland Indians, and it's also the first kids giveaway of the season. The first 7,500 kids 13 and under will receive a U t-shirt. That's courtesy of Scott's Miracle Grow. Visit TexasRangers.com for tickets today. Rangers come to bat here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Delino DeShields leading off and takes strike 1. DeShields has singled and tripled. He has scored a pair of runs. Now hitting at .263. Talk about a young man making the most of his opportunity. He has taken advantage.
Yeah, and regardless what happens when everybody's healthy and the team's at full strength, what he's done over the last couple of weeks has made an impression on the manager, the coaching staff, the fans, everybody.
Sure.
And I don't know exactly what the playing time will be, but it'll be a lot more than it would have been before this 2 weeks.
Well, if you're Jeff Bannister, I think you feel a lot more comfortable knowing what you know now.
For sure.
Putting him out there in most situations.
For sure.
Until you, what do they say? You know what you don't know, or you don't know what you know, one of the two. And anyway, you can't put him out there if you're not really sure how he's going to respond. And now you have a pretty good idea.
You know now what you didn't know.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, it just seems like every time he gets a chance to play, he does something that helps the ball club. Whether it's steal a base, put the ball in play when he needs to, work a walk.
And he lines this one to right center field. That is down, and we're looking at a bunch of extra bases. He's going to have to stop at second only because Paulo Orlando got to the ball so quickly. And that had 3 bases written all over it unless Orlando guts it up.
Yep. Orlando knew that was going to be at least a triple if it got by him. With the fastball out over the plate. Back right in the middle of the plate. And delivered it to right center field. So he's got a triple to left center field and a double to right center field, as well as a base hit. And he's already scored 2 runs in this game. Leadoff double in a position to score 3 runs.
I think if you wanted to have a definition of using the big part of the field, you just look at those 2 hits from Delino DeShields, and that'll define it for you.
Yeah.
Oh, DeShields, single, double, triple tonight. 3 of the 4 legs of the cycle. And Shin-Soo Choo, the hitter, at the plate. We'll take an AT&T U-Verse rewind. How about 2 nights in a row? Last night, driving it out of the ballpark, and tonight, carbon copy. And here, it's a ground ball just close enough to the right of Delino DeShields to get him over. Alcides Escobar, the shortstop, took care of it, but DeShields read it well, and his speed got him over to third base safely.
Yeah, different runner, maybe he's got a shot at third base, but once he looked and saw where DeShields was, he made the right play by going to first base. That was a well-hit ball by Choo. He just hit it right straight at Escobar, who was shading over towards second base. You can see where Escobar is. Well-hit ball. He's going to take a little bit of a look, but he's not taking any chances on throwing it and hitting Delino in the back with the ball.
Yeah.
Having it first and third.
Now here's Elvis with the infield pulled in, and a ground ball to Moustakas. They've got Delino DeShields at the plate. Going on contact, and not much he could do. A head first dive in there, and he got tagged out by Salvador Perez.
Up a little slowly. It's always a little bit dangerous with a head first slide into home plate. He was going on contact, trying to beat the throw. And tag comes in on the shoulder. And they make the play. And just don't cash in. And third baseman out.
Yeah, Prince Fielder up there taking outside for ball 1. Fielder tonight has singled and homered. Also grounded out. 2 for 3, hitting at .341. Now with 4 home runs and 19 driven in. The big guy is putting up some power numbers, some run producing numbers. Pitch just off the outer edge. 2 balls, no strikes. And again, the Royals going into that deep overshift. Escobar, the shortstop, staying in his position. Moustakas, the first one to the right of second base, and then Infante out in shallow right field. Prince trying to take that ball the other way.
You know, Ventura's not a huge physical guy. He's not little, but he's strong. His last 2 pitches have been 96 miles an hour. He's up over 100 pitches now, still firing it up there. Looks like Herrera's suspension is over, Buzz.
Apparently he's out there loosening up. Kelvin Herrera, hard throwing right-hander. 2-1. And that is inside to Prince. 3 balls and a strike. And in the Ranger bullpen, Sean Tollison is loose and ready to go. Rangers leading 5-2. Prince Fielder trying to add a little bit more. Got Elvis at first base. A 3-1 pitch coming. Slice down the left field line. That'll be back into the seats. Gordon over there to take a look. Here's the home run that Prince hit. A hanging breaking ball. And a lot of times those go a long way.
That one sure did. That went farther than most of them.
Brent's talking to himself a little bit of batting instruction before he got back in there to himself. Elvis on the move, 3-2 pitch, line off the glove of Hosmer. Picking it up is Infante. He throws to third, and out at third. Elvis overslid the bag.
What a heads-up play by the second baseman. And what a throw he made. Wow.
Well, a crazy end to the inning. Elvis shot down trying to advance to third, and the Rangers get no runs on a hit and leave one. On to the eighth, 5-2 Texas.
Story all game long. It is Dollar Dog night, and McKenzie from Kansas been going against Josh from Texas. They're college friends. They go to school in Kansas, but Josh is a Ranger fan. How many dogs tonight, Josh? How many? 11. McKenzie, you said is what number? 13. Then she wins, Josh. 13. But you're a Ranger fan, so we're going to give you the back. Congratulations. Progressive fan of the game. You deserved it, big guy. But McKenzie, good job.
She's tiny. How can she eat 13 hot dogs? Wow.
You sure she didn't have her dog with her and feed them to her?
Moxie might have been set up on that one.
Yeah, I think so. Well, Sean Tollison has come out of the Ranger bullpen to take over here in the eighth inning. Well, Yovani Gallardo worked 7 innings, his longest outing as a Ranger tonight. Gives up 2 runs on 6 hits, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. And Sean Tollison appearing for the 15th time this year. He pours in strike 1 to Paulo Orlando.
Of course, size really doesn't have anything to do with an eating contest. Remember the video of that girl that ate the 3 72-ounce steaks in Amarillo? She wasn't very big.
Looked like those steaks weighed as much as she did.
She went from weighing like 115 pounds to 130 pounds in about 25 minutes.
A 372-ounce steak, that's incredible.
It is.
I still have a hard time believing it.
She picked that thing up with her hands and just devoured it. Looked like a caveman eating that steak.
Orlando tonight has flied to right, grounded to short.
And if you don't believe us, go Google girl eating 3 giant steaks in Amarillo and you'll see it.
One ball and 2 strikes.
How many people are Googling that right now?
I'm not.
No, I mean, listen. Like, do you think 1 is or 3?
Probably a couple. And Tollison gets the strikeout. Orlando gone swinging. That is out number 1.
That's one for Fritz to find out for us.
And let's send it over to Dana Larson for a Mazda game break. All right, Dana, thank you. Rangers come into play tonight 6 games behind the Astros. 14-19, the Ranger record. Alcides Escobar is 1 for 3. Singled his last time up. That was in the 6th inning. Pops up the next Sean Tolleson pitch. And that's over the Ranger dugout, back into the seats. Well, Escobar, a 3.08 average as he faces Tolleson. Rangers leading 5-2. They have out-hit the Royals 10-6 tonight. Ranger offense showing some consistency in the last week or 10 days, putting up double figures and hits again tonight. Batting average on the rise for the Rangers. 1-1 from Tolleson. Elvis near the bag. That is out number 2. It had a funny sound to it. Like you hit it off the trademark a little bit. So a strikeout, ground out, 2 outs, and nobody on for Mike Moustakas.
He's all bundled
there
up with his.
Go.
Is that a monkey? Look at that. That's beautiful.
He's trying to stay awake, watch the ball game.
He's taking that monkey to keep him that calm. Yeah. Well, he might not be that calm without his buddy there.
Moustakas is 1 for 3. And Tolleson pumps in an off-speed pitch for strike 1. Moustakas, a 4th inning single. Other than that, has struck out and grounded out tonight. Sean Tolleson knocks it down, recovers, throws, and gets it. A nice calm play by Sean Tolleson to get Moustakas. It's a 1-2-3-8. Royals down in order, and the Rangers clinging to a 5-2 lead as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. DraftKings player to watch, players to watch tonight. Adrian Beltre 1 for 3 with an RBI. Jacoby Ellsbury for the Yankees 1 for 4. JD Martinez tonight 2 for 2, a pair of singles. Edwin Encarnacion with the Blue Jays 0 for 4. Go to DraftKings.com and enter the promo code DTOWN. Yordano Ventura's night has come to an end, and Kelvin Herrera just off the suspended list into the ball game now. His 14th appearance of 2015. 14 strikeouts and 12 in the 3rd innings, and just a 182 opponent's batting average. He is part of the back end of that outstanding bullpen for Kansas City. Adrian Beltre to start things off here in the 8th inning. First ball swinging. High pop fly to shallow right. Infante, the second baseman, takes care of it. One gone. So Adrian 1 for 4 now as Infante takes care of that pop-up. And next will be Mitch Moreland. Kelvin Herrera, last year, was in 70 ball games. Went 4-3 with an ERA of 1.41. 70 innings of work. He had 59 strikeouts, and the league hit .214 against him. And the closer for the Rangers, Neftali Feliz, loosening in the Ranger bullpen. Mitch 1 for 2 tonight. Had a single his first time up, walked in the 3rd, and grounded out in the 5th inning. Herrera getting it up there at 97 miles an hour, and was just a little bit high. Herrera coming back to the plate. Took something off and got it over to Mitch. It's 1-1. Moreland 0 for 1 against Herrera in previous matchups. Herrera, a 25-year-old, out of the Dominican Republic. And Mitch not able to catch up with that 98-mile-an-hour heat. 1-2. Mitch waiting. Herrera staring in for the signs. He's ready. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A good look from just over the top of the Ranger bullpen. RF camera roaming around the ballpark, showing you a different angle that right behind Neftali Feliz. Andy Hawkins, the bullpen coach out there, assistant pitching coach. 2-2. Up the middle into center field, a base hit. Right into the glove of Herrera, and Mitch Moreland smoking that ball pretty solidly. He's 2 for 3. And with Peguero coming up, let's check in with Emily Jones. Em?
Well, guys, the Rangers close out this 4-game series against the Royals tomorrow, a day game here at Globe Life Park in Arlington. There you see the numbers for a couple of the key principals in this one. We get things going at 1 o'clock here on Fox Sports Southwest. All of this great and valuable information brought to you by the fine folks at AT Universe.
All right, Emily, thank you. Here's Carlos Peguero, who has struck out all 3 times that he has come to the plate tonight. Of course, those 3 were against Giordano Ventura. Carlos, a .203 batting average as he faces Herrera here in the 8th inning. Right-hander with a high set and pours in a strike to even the count. Herrera not a big guy at 5'10", not 200 pounds, but boy, he's got a big arm. One and 2. And Neftali Feliz. Those would be the hitters he would be asked to face coming in. Kane, Hosmer, and Morales. And the heart of the Kansas City order. Rangers right now with a 3-run advantage, looking for some more. And Peguero can't catch up with Herrera. He's gone down now 4 times on strikes. 2 gone for Robinson Chirinos.
A little bit short on the fastball today. First time up it was breaking balls down, but after that, a lot of fastballs up. Just haven't quite been able to catch up with it.
Chirinos tonight has lined out, grounded out, and struck out. 0 for 3. Batting average now dipping down to 162. Nothing in one. Robinson back in there, hitting out of that slightly open stance against Kelvin Herrera. 1-1. Salvador Perez. What's that fastball in there? You got it. Broken bat looper out in the shallow center. Escobar able to retreat, make the grab. That'll do it for the Rangers. No runs a hit. And one man left. We're going to the ninth inning. It's Neftali Feliz time. Rangers leading 5-2.
Looking to at least guarantee a split of this four-game set with the Royals. They've got a 5-2 lead in the top of the ninth. Dana Larson here reminding you we've got Rangers Live, the post-game edition coming up right after the game. We'll have much more on the phenomenal month of May for Shin-Soo Choo. So certainly join us for that. Also, we'll have reaction from the skipper, and that's Pudge, who says this is an every other night thing, by the way. So here he is. He'll be with me. Lots of goofiness, no doubt, because I see he's got the coffee, which is always good, a ninth inning coffee. So Pudge and Mac will be here, and we will wrap up this game with reaction from Bannister, Emily in the clubhouse, and also that near no-no by the Rangers' next opponent. So all that and more coming up. We hope you'll join us. Buzz and Tom, back to you.
All right, Dana. Oh,
Dana's got her hands full.
Yeah, she does. You have to suggest to Pudge you might try decaf one of these times. That's all right. Neftali Feliz on, and appearing in his 15th ball game. He is 5 for 7 in save opportunities. And he has number 8 here tonight. Again, he will face the middle of the order, Lorenzo Cain, Eric Hosmer, and Kendrys Morales. Rangers leading 5-2. Cain 1 for 3 tonight. And Feliz pours in strike one. For leaderboard, all-time saves for the Texas Rangers. John Wetman, the all-time leader with 150, and then Jeff Russell, Francisco Cordero, and Neftali Feliz closing in on 100. He is 8 shy of that mark. A two-hopper that's cut off by Beltre. One gone. That is the best one to get here in that ninth inning, that first hitter. Folks, you can follow the Rangers all season long in 2015 with MLB.com At Bat, the #1 app for live baseball. At Bat is up to the moment at any moment, with in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcasts, statcasts, and more. Get MLB.com At Bat for your smartphone or tablet. Here's Hosmer, and he goes after the first pitch and didn't quite get it all. Fly ball that Shin-Soo Choo circles under. And that is out number 2. And Neftali Feliz now 1 out away from closing out the Rangers' 15th win of the year. Feliz will face Kendrys Morales. Neftali has had good luck against Morales. Morales is 0 for 4 against him. He has had an RBI double in 3 trips tonight. 1 ball, no strikes. Rangers 5 runs, 11 hits, no errors. The Royals 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. Rangers have stranded 5, the Royals just 3. Feliz with a 1-0. High fly ball to right field. Choo backing up on the track, has room, and puts it away, and that is a winner. Neftali Feliz with the save. Yovani Gallardo gets the win. He moves to 3-5. The Rangers have taken 2 of the first 3 against the Royals in this series. A well-pitched game. Yovani Gallardo had just the 1 rough inning, the 7th. He gave up both runs. Tollison and Feliz come in, get the job done, retire the last 6 Royals that they face in order. And the Royals go down to defeat for just the 13th time this year. Jeff Bannister's club defeats them tonight 5-2. And Neftali Feliz getting congratulations from all his teammates. And Tom, this was a very well-played game by the Rangers tonight.
Yeah, this is an excellent game for the Rangers. Good starting pitching. The bullpen was solid. They made some good plays defensively. They put together some rallies. Prince hit the long ball. Delino had another excellent game. Double, a single, and a triple. Scored a couple of runs. Just a good all-around game. Played quickly. Generally, you hope to play a game in about 3 hours. This one was less than 2.5 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours and 15 minutes tonight is all it took for Neftali Feliz and company to send the Royals down to defeat.
Rangers packed a lot of good baseball into 2 hours and 15 minutes tonight.
That they did. Well, Feliz getting congratulations. Let's head down to the field. Emily Jones is standing by him.
Guys, thank you very much. Delano, the guys just sang a very well-played game in all phases for you guys. How nice was it to come back and play one after a heartbreaker last night?
It was a great team win. We've been playing, really good, over the past couple weeks. It's funny because I don't even think we're playing to all of our potential yet, but we're definitely on the right track, all the way from the pitching down to the bullpen, down to our defense, down to the hit. I mean, everything's coming together pretty good, and, we got good momentum.
You've talked about it before, making the most of your opportunities. It seems like you're doing that and getting more playing time. Is it becoming easier to do that when you do get the reps?
Yeah, it's definitely, even when I wasn't playing, I always make sure that, every day I just, I prepare like I'm playing every day. And, now being in this role, like you said, I'm making the best of it, and I'm just trying to help my team win, give them the best chance to win, and we just got to keep playing good.
I had a chance to show off those wheels tonight a little bit on the triple, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. I was just trying to make good contact and run. That's what I do. So I was just trying to have good at bats, and first triple that was kind of nice off of one of their top guys. It was just a great team win.
Kind of fast.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. Delino, thanks for the time. We appreciate it. Congratulations on the win. Guys, we'll send it back to you.
Yeah, he's kind of fast. Yeah, you got that right. Texas Rangers baseball on Fox Sports Southwest is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. By AT&T UVerse TV. UVerse has more live TV channels on the go than cable. And by your Texas Ford dealers. The EcoBoost Challenge is on at your Texas Ford dealer. Get to your best in Texas Ford dealer today. Well, 5-2 the final. Dana Larson, Mark McLemore, and Pudge Rodriguez back to wrap things up right after this on Fox Sports Southwest.